Well, hi there, everybody. You're traveling with Jack, and as I always say, my heavenly wife, Pam. If you've tuned in for a travel video or cooking video, you need to switch over to our playlist and go to the one that you prefer, because the one you've tuned into here is about my grief journey and the loss of my lovely wife, Pam, in the fall of 2019. Many of you who have tuned into this, though, you know where we're at. We've lost our husband or wife. And if you were fortunate enough, like me, to have been deeply in love ever since we met in high school, when you lost your spouse, it turns your world upside down and inside out. I try and not remember that day of when she passed, but rather I try and remember all the good times we had. We were married 37 years, so let's erase all those bad memories of the last 8 or 9 months, and let's go back in time. But as I've said before, we don't want to live in the past. It's okay to visit the past. Our job now in this grief journey is to keep moving forward. Again, we don't necessarily move on, we move forward. And those of us in this, we understand what that's all about. Now, what's interesting, though, is when you check in on these different things, you're probably like me, you've Googled, grief support, lost my wife, lost my husband. And, you'll get the so-called experts. And it seems like they all tell you the same stuff. Whatever it is, the 7, 8, 9 stages of grief that we go through. Okay, I get it. But even a lot of those folks and those so-called experts, they've never even lost a husband or wife. So they're just speaking through experiences they've had in talking with others and then using what they've learned in the textbooks and in their schools to try and figure this out. You may notice I'm walking around in a cemetery today. I do that a lot. No, it's not a morbid thing. It's just that, I don't know, it's kind of peaceful here and I enjoy walking here. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes and let's talk about where we're all at these days. And to have lost a husband or wife in this past year has been so much different from what some others may have experienced. I mean, it's terrible no matter how you slice it. But I was thinking, last night I had one of those moments, and I know you've all had it. I'd actually had a pretty good day. And then I made the mistake of looking on my phone at some old text between Pam and I. Her last text was like 11 days before she actually passed and went on to heaven. And of course I did what I'm sure you've done. I'm looking at that going, oh gosh, if I'd only known it was only going to be a few more days, I would have done this, I would have done that. And then you have to kind of slap yourself and go, but would it have changed anything? And probably not. And I broke down. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I work nights, so I'm up late anyway. And good golly, I just had a good old-fashioned cry. You guys and girls know what I'm talking about. And then I start calling out to God, please make it go away. Please make the pain go away. The problem is we have to experience the pain. That is one thing the experts talk about, and I think we all agree and we've learned about. We have to experience the pain. We have to move through it. We have to be careful and not get buried in it, though. And it's easy to do that. But let me get back to what I'm talking about, how different it is to have lost someone during this past year or so amid this COVID-19 thing. Our world, as I mentioned, is already turned upside down, inside out. And I started thinking about the other day, and this is not a good thing to be thinking about, but I started thinking about, okay, they're playing Major League Baseball again. I'm a big sports fan, but we can't go to the games. They're playing hockey again. We can't go to the games. They're playing basketball. We can't attend the games. They just announced, as of today, that the Big Ten is canceling the college football season. And Pam and I dearly loved college football. And you know what? Last fall, college football is about all that got me through that time of grieving. It did give me a little something to look forward to on Saturdays. Well, now it appears that's going to be taken away. We can't go to the movies. We can't go to theater. You don't need me to tell you. I know. I mean, I'm trying to not have a pity party here, but it is tough, especially if you're alone. There may be a few of you like me. I'm pretty isolated. I'm up here in Oregon. My kids are 2,000 miles away. Our closest friends, any relatives, are 1,000 miles away. And then they tell us if we travel outside the state, we may have to quarantine for 14 days. Boy, when did you think you'd ever hear that? Everywhere we go in the world, people are wearing masks, people are scared. Who would have ever thought when I go to the store, Trader Joe's, I'd have to stand in line in a mask and wait until they allow me to enter the store? I bring all this up because it's a lot to take on, in addition to the loss of our husband or wife. I'm going to tell you, I think most of us would probably be doing better if at least we had some normalcy around us. But it's hard. And so you've tuned in saying, well, what's the answer? What do we do? Well, if I had that silver bullet, again, I'd be a #1 New York Times best-selling author. I'd probably have my own talk show. I'd be a star. Instead, I'm a local TV weather guy just telling you things that you probably already knew. So the answer is, what's the answer? I don't know. It's probably going to be a little different for everyone. I will tell you though, talking about it helps. I know I'm just talking into a video camera here on my phone and sending this out to you guys on YouTube and places like that. There'll be a small number who will watch this, but it's my outlet, and you need that. And you can talk to me as well. You can send me notes and things there. I think it's important that we still get up every day, we make the bed, we have our breakfast, and we get outside. Outdoors does help. It doesn't feel as confining as being in the house or something like that. We'd love to go to ball games. We'd love to go to theater. We'd love to go to the movies. We'd love to do those things, but unfortunately, they've been taken away. But here is a little bit of good news. In my case, my Pam was taken away and off to heaven, and I'll never see her again on this earth. I do hope to see her again one day in heaven. But she's not coming back, I know that. The theater, the baseball, the football, movies, things like that, the good news is they will be back. So we just have to take a deep breath and remember that old saying of, this too shall pass. And then I think once we get some of those normal activities back in our life, it will make this grieving process a little easier. It'll never make it go away. It'll always be part of us. But don't let it be your new identity. Don't let your husband or wife, spouse, be your identity of playing the victim card all over again. We can't do that. We just have to keep moving forward. I know. I keep saying it. It's the best I got for you, okay? Thanks for checking in. Just wanted to share that with you because I know you're all feeling these things. So talk about it. Try and get outdoors. Watch a funny movie. I found that helps. Watch some funny movies. I still like cooking. I do that. Do tons of hiking and walking. I still go to work every day. Yeah, there's something missing. There's a big old hole in our heart and in our life. But I'm told that slowly, that hole can be filled and repaired a little bit. Boy, I sure hope so, don't you? Hey, thanks again for checking in. I appreciate you guys subscribing, and if you know somebody that might benefit from our little talks, have them subscribe as well to Traveling with Jack and Pam. Have a great day, and you know what we always say, let's try and make it even a better tomorrow. Bye now.